Welcome to Study Loop.
All right, for A and B, it doesn't tell you what to round to, so I'm just going to round to the nearest tenth for everything. You can adjust as needed. Both of these deal with the law of cosines. So in the first one, since we have angle C, we can use the law of cosines, which says the side opposite the angle we're going to use is equal to the other two sides squared. So 8.4 squared plus 6.8 squared minus 2 times 8.4 times 6.8 times the cosine of the angle, which is 48 degrees. So into a calculator we go, and make sure you are in degree mode before you start this. And 8.4 squared plus 6.8 squared minus 2 times 8.4 times 6.8 times the cosine of 48 degrees is negative 647.61. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, but that's because it's an 8.4, not 84. There we go, 40.35. And then we would square root that 40.36, I'll say, to get about 6.35. So again, you will square root, and you get about 6.35. That would be side C. And now we can also call that 6.4, but I'll go a little more specific than the information we're given. You can round differently if you'd like. The measure of angle, I'll go ahead and be consistent. 6.4, let's go with it. And I'll do the angles in integers. So we can now use the law of sines. Let's say we want to find an angle A first. We can say the sine of 48 over 6.4 would be equal to the sine of angle A over side A, which is 6.8. Cross multiply to 6.8, and then take the inverse sine, and we're solved for the angle. So the inverse sine of 6.8 sine 48 over 6.4, and that is 52, we'll say 52 degrees. And if angle A is 52 degrees, when angle C was 48, subtract from 180, 180 minus the 52 we found, and the 48 we were given leaves 80 degrees for angle B. In part B, let's say we want to find angle A first. We still have to use the law of cosines. But if I'm going to find angle A first, then it's 13.8 squared equals, the other two sides are 9.5 and 22.3. Minus 2 times 9.5, multiplying here and out of space, times 22.3 cosine of angle A. We'll subtract, and I'll do some intermediary stuff here. So 13.8 squared, subtracting 22.3 squared, and subtracting 9.5 squared gives us negative 397.1. And then we can multiply negative 2 times 9.5 times 22.3. That's negative 423.7 times the cosine of A. Then divide both sides by negative 423.7, and that's gone. And then inverse cosine of that, and you've got angle A. So the inverse cosine of negative 397.1 over negative 423.7, and you get 20.4. So that would be a 20.4, or I'm just going to say 20 degrees. If you have to be more specific, it's 20.4, and then the others are going to vary as well. Now I'm going to find angle C, because that will be acute as well. And so I can use the law of sine. Sine of 20 over 13.8 equals the sine of angle C over 9.5. Cross multiply the 9.5 and take the inverse sine, and you've got angle C. So the inverse sine of 9.5 sine 20 over 13.8 is about 13.6, so we'll say 14 degrees. And now angle B would be 180, because triangles have 180 degrees. Subtract the 20 and the 14 that we found, leaving 146 degrees. Again, knowing that 22.3 is so much larger, I knew that was going to be an obtuse angle, so I would not find that, would save that for last.